Real Madrid was Osasuna ended off 1-1 with a controversial finish during the game, with refereeing problems that happened throughout the match. And it's no secret that, these past few games, Madrid has been dealing with a lot of referee issues, which is probably, people are going to be like, oh, that's Madrid's been getting helped by referees for years, as you want to say. But these last few games has just blatantly been so off Real Madrid, which is costing him points in the league. It's just, it's different referees too, and it's been more coming out since this whole investigation, lawsuit, whatever, Florentino Perez, that situation is going on behind the scenes, and I knew it was gonna get worse with all that because referees are saying themselves they feel alone, they feel in like a position where they can't even referee at this point because of how much attention is drawing in with Real Madrid at the moment. And for me, as a Madrid fan, I don't like to see that. I don't feel like anyone really likes to see that. And just seeing all these mistakes happening or all these calls and all that, just not good for the club. And here we're gonna talk about just the beginning of the match with this 1-1 draw. First half, Madrid looked really poor, but the refereeing in the first half was complete. It was one of the worst refereeing games I've ever seen in my entire life. There were so many calls during those first 45 minutes, which just did not help Madrid at all. Not saying that they needed help, just saying that didn't favor to Madrid. The refereeing was just so many calls of hand, balls, tackles, pushing Fran Garcia across the thing, and then of course the Jude Bellingham red card mistake, which is heavily controversial because just to be straight out, if you're cursing at the referee, directly cursing at him, fuck you, whatever, yeah, you're getting sent off. And with the Bellingham incident was he says he didn't. The referee apparently was just an all mishearing situation. His refereeing heard Jude Bellingham saying "fuck you," but that wasn't the case. It was just Jude Bellingham saying "fuck off," which I mean, sure, like you in the pitch, loud noise and everything, you probably mishear it or whatever, but you still shouldn't, you know, in any way, any type of way, say something wrongfully to the referee. He's a referee of the game. He can send you off, and that's what he did. But I get it. I get this. You should never like. Don't get me wrong. You should curse out the referee, but I feel like they should allow reactions. Everyone has a reaction. You miss a goal. Whatever. You mess up, and you say one of these words that is not deliberately at someone. It's just how you express. Expressing your way of saying something out loud. Players are they should be able to express themselves and such that, but that whole Bellingham situation is just I don't think it's right. A yellow would have been fine, honestly, but yeah, it's something that refereeing, I guess, in La Liga, it's just so much pressure now. So you have to make these calls. If not, you're gonna get blasted. So this is what happened with this referee. He can't referee Champions League games anymore. La Liga, as of right now, with this whole investigation going on, that I think something associated with like he's an Atletico fan and the companies that he's partnered with or he's with or something like that, or money, all that. So at the moment his career is in shambles right now. But for me as a Madrid fan, of course no one likes to see your team do bad, especially when I guess refereeing's not going to your side, which the referee did get better in the second half, but in the first half it was just terrible to see. And I'm more of a type of person saying yes, referees are not favoring you, but of course it's gonna affect you no matter what, how you think, how you feel, how you're gonna play. But you just need to put it to the side and play your best. These are important points going on. Barcelona are on first now, and Madrid still looked poor. They still looked poor. Same with the Espanyol game, same with the not Las Palmas, but these recent games that they've been playing, Madrid's looked poor, and I don't want all the media just going boom referee, Madrid's losing the title because of referees, boom 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 boom, which probably would have changed the factor of the game, but still doesn't change the fact that Madrid played poor, and Vini again with his I always say all the time, his baby that dive. I forgot what it was. It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my entire life as a Madrid fan. That was the worst dive I've ever seen, and it was just terrible. And I don't want to see that as a Madrid fan. You know, these players playing bad, acting like childish, and then boom, blaming referees. First thing to do is blame referees, blame referees, blame referees. I don't want that. How about you play good? I want Real Madrid to play good. And it's just this whole thing is gonna be going on for a while. Um, La Liga was so close at the moment. We can see here in the table. It's so close. Madrid and Barca are tied in points, with Barca having a goal advantage. Atletico's right under there. Atletico's been underperforming. 3 draws in 5 games, and next Madrid, Girona, Las Palmas, and Atletico has Valencia, and they're all winnable games for each team. But the way Madrid's looking, I'm more nervous for them because I've said it before before they face City and Atletico Madrid is I'm more nervous about the Atletico Madrid game than the City game because Madrid comes in clutch in the Champions League, and I guess that game is less important because you have a second leg. Sure, in La Liga you have a bunch more games left, but these are your rivals and they're your title rivals especially. So it's just such a heavy game, unlike the Champions League where Madrid usually, they find success, and they really, in the Atletico game, it wasn't the same thing with referee mistakes, referee errors, referees going to Atletico side. So the whole thing about, I guess, the whole referee situation here. And with that Osasuna game, just see here, Madrid had more possession. Mbappe scored early on. They had a penalty, which is another controversial thing. Was that a penalty? I think it was from Camavinga. And people were saying it was not a penalty. But for me, I think it's a clear penalty. People will say, oh, but he took out the ball first. The player shot the ball first, and then Camavinga hit him. That still doesn't change the fact. It's still in play. It's not like he kicked the ball. If you're in the middle of the pitch and you kick the ball out and your player still tackles you from behind, that's gonna be a foul. Same thing with the Mbappe situation. This is like way different than the Mbappe situation. I'm just saying it's something similar. Like, player gives away the ball and they tackle you behind. Same with Camavinga. Player shoots the ball and Camavinga still tackles you behind. So I don't know why people are arguing with that. It was a clear penalty. That was just another thing Madrid. And and another thing is Carlos Ancelotti. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I don't know how many times. You have an amazing bench. You have a bunch of players injured, but you have so much other attacking options. I'm trying to find the bench here, but you have so many attacking options that you don't use. You're underperforming. Take these players out. The only person you put in was Rodrygo. You're 10 men down. You have to switch up pace. If Mbappe and Vini are not performing, you take them out. If Vini wasn't performing, you take him out. I did not want him in that pitch. You put in an Rodrygo and Endrick. What's the worst that can happen? And Carlos Ancelotti needs to start using his bench. You have so much talent, and which is one of my key reasons why I do not like Carlos Ancelotti in Real Madrid is just that he has favoritism. I say this almost every video. He has favoritism. He doesn't like using young talent, and he doesn't use his bench. So of course these players are going to want to leave, maybe on loan or even permanently. It's because you're not playing them. You have players like Endrick or Rodrygo. He played a 39-year-old Modric 90 minutes. Why don't you sub in Dani Ceballos, who is performing really good lately? That's why I just don't understand. You let Modric play for a full 90 minutes. You let Vini play when he's underperforming. You took Brahim Diaz for Rodrygo, but that's the only thing you did. That's the only thing you did, and it just shocks me. You need a change of pace. Every time I see Endrick get subbed on, he does something. Same with Rodrygo. So I don't understand why you don't want to change to play style. Same with Ancelotti. He doesn't have tactics too, which is just I hate seeing Madrid like this. And next thing you know, they had a game like against City when they went 3-2, and people are like, oh, we're fine. We beat Manchester City. But then you have games like this, and it just makes you want to rip out your hair because it's just such just bad in general. And using players out of position. This backline was fine because who else are you gonna use? Jacob Ramon? No. He, Valverde and right back is fine. Too many, he's not the best center back, but he's not a center back. So I really want to see him in the midfield. And then Raul Asensio and Fran Garcia. That's how I wanted the lineup. Camavinga, Modric, and then this front four, which is just, um, Ibrahim Diaz. He's more of a super sub for Real Madrid. I really want him to start, but he's more of a super sub for Madrid. He changes the pace of the game, but like Ancelotti subs in the 80th minute when he doesn't start, and how is he supposed to change up the play of the game if you sub him so late? So that's just one thing about Carlos Ancelotti I just really despise, and they need. I don't know what's going to happen. Today's the City game. I'm recording this a few days late, but today's the City game, and I really want to see how they're going to play. Lately I've been obsessed with Real Madrid because they're such in a shitty situation, and I think they have the team to do good. Sure, all these injuries but no, we'll see what happens there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess this Osasuna game is more of a rant, more than like stats and analysis and all of that. But today's Champions League, they start in less than an hour, or an hour and 20 actually. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you there in the Madrid City game.